What is going on YouTube? Bluff City Nerd here, and I'm back with another video today. I'm going to talk to you guys about the controversy going around with the Mulan movie that just released a few days ago. Now, before I get into this article by The Guardian, I won't read the entire article, but I'm going to get to just the meat and potatoes of it. I'm going to leave a link of this article in the description so you can read the whole thing for yourself. Now, a little bit of a backstory on this movie. This movie was originally out when I was in 1998. I was like 6 years old at the time. My uncle and he took me to see the movie, and I enjoyed it. I loved the movie then. And when I heard this was getting a live action remake, I was pretty excited about it at first. But once I found out that one of the main characters that made me almost fall in love with the film, Wushu, who was played by Eddie Murphy at the time, was not going to be in the film, I completely just lost interest altogether, and I just don't really desire to see the film now. But now it's caused a lot of negative controversy, and I'm going to get right into it. The problem with Mulan, why the live action remake is a lightning rod for controversy. The remake of Disney's hit animation has triggered pro-democracy and human rights protests in Hong Kong and around the world. Disney remake criticized for filming in Xinjiang, China. It's an understatement to say that a lot has happened since the trailer for Disney's live-action Mulan was released last year, shortly after Hong Kong's controversial extradition law was put forward, which sparked immediate protest. The ongoing assault on democracy in Hong Kong has dominated international headlines with the arrest of pro-democracy activists, newspaper editors, and government legislators, with its original cinema release put on hold due to the coronavirus epidemic. Yeah, that slowed a lot of things down. Mulan is now emerging to vastly different political landscape. On the face of it, the new Mulan missed an opportunity for Hollywood to explore Chinese history and identity, a confused and superficial statement about Chinese nationalism, a hodgepodge of Chinese historical mise en scene, wuxia-style choreography, cheap Orientalism, and stilted dialogue. It's also become a lightning rod for pro-democracy and human rights protests around the world. I'm still an unabashed lover of the 1998 cartoon. It was a film that reflected the complexities of my upbringing as the half-Chinese daughter of a mainland Chinese immigrant growing up in the former British colony Hong Kong. The themes of struggling to fit in, reconciling your own identity, and the pressure of making your family proud were a unique package. The presence of the presence of Chinese American screenwriter Rita Sao of the 1998 Mulan writing team seems to have been forgotten. She no doubt helped to create the film's sense of the second and third generation immigrant experience, subtly inserting the joyful references to the Cantonese culture throughout the film. The film follows most of the original storyline, but major elements of the cartoon have been removed, including wisecracking dragon guide Mushu, like I mentioned earlier, and Mulan's love interest, Captain Li Shang, today a bisexual icon. They are replaced with a sister with no purpose, a phoenix who doesn't do very much but looks pretty, and two new villains, Bori Khan, Jason Scott Lee, and a nomadic leader, and a witch called Zhang Gong Li, who operates as Mulan's canyon or double. Li ultimately steals the film with several scenes between her and Mulan that prickle with sexual tension as she attempts to turn Mulan to the dark side, but that's about as close to passion we get in this film. Perhaps the most jarring decision made by the film's four credited screenwriters to strip our heroine and of any flaws, bestowing her instead with a mystical force to do this. They repropose an element of Chinese culture known as qi, which translates to breath or air. Philosophers describe it as a type of energy or living metabolism in all things, though not a special individual power. Before he died, my Beijing-born father used to hug me when I was upset in order to get rid of the bad qi. In the film, qi gives Mulan superhuman physical powers, unlike the animation's average teenager who works hard to succeed as a soldier. The new Mulan is ready-made. The child Mulan can already wield a sword like a warrior. She can even fly. The fact that she holds qi is repeated too many times to count, even though the film does not explore it in a meaningful way. And I'm gonna end this reading right here. Again, I'm gonna leave the description. Leave the link in the description box below. Now, with all that being said about the film, I've already, like I already mentioned earlier, that I have no desire to be in the film, and the fact that they left so much out from the original film, it really makes me not want to see it. And plus, I can't even watch it if I really want to, because I don't have Disney Plus, nor do I really don't desire to get Disney Plus. But this film here I guess it just backfired tremendously for Disney. It's gotten them it's just a huge pot of boiling water at this point. And this really isn't too much I can really say about this other than, wow, for this to be, this is probably going to be one of the most anticipated films of the year. And unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, it had to be pushed back. But yeah, it's been caused way too much bad karma instead of like good reviews and more people loving it and everything like that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. But for those of you who have seen the film, let me know in the comment section below. Did you like it? What did it leave too much out for you? Did you lose interest throughout the film? I'd really like to know. Till then, I'm Bluff City Nerd. Peace out.